We are drowning in rubbish. Both the private households and the businesses are constantly increasing their quantity of waste products. Each stain contributes on average with 10 kilograms of burnable waste every week. This creates great demands on the waste retrieval centres. It is important that the waste is removed in an environmentally correct method. In Thisted, waste has been burnt with energy exploitation since 1978. In 1991, a new energy heating station was started with both electricity and heat production. The station is a joint waste burning facility for Thisted and Morsø councils, plus a part of Jammerbugt Council. Together these councils own half of the energy heating station under a joint business partnership called Kvvt Uk. The other half is owned by Thisted Heating Supply, which distributes the heating in Thisted town and its suburbs, and purchases the entire heating production from the energy heating station. It is waste from the private households and the businesses from the Kvvt Uk district which supplies the raw material of 52,000 tonnes of waste per year. This waste is used to produce heating and electricity. The heating is purchased by the 4,500 connected consumers to Thisted Heating Supply, and the electricity production is partly used by the energy heating station for its own machinery. The rest is put out onto the electricity distribution network. Every day, around 100 waste collection vehicles arrive at the energy heating station and unload the waste into the silo. Furthermore, a large amount of building and industrial waste is unloaded, which also has to be burned. And finally, a large amount of waste is added from the council recycling centres. All loads are being weighed and registered with the amount of kilograms. There is a fee to be paid to the energy heating station for the waste handling and a tax to be paid to the state. It is necessary to mix the wet household waste with the dry industrial waste to obtain an even energy production within the station. The waste silo contains 800 cubic meters, so there is enough to take from. The waste crane supplies the oven with 6 tons of waste per hour and is burnt at around 1100 degrees. On this drawing you can see the burning process. First, the waste is put into the oven funnel with the semi-automatic waste grab. It is then moved forward through the oven on 3 conveying sieves, where hot air is added to the waste through the sieves and the walls of the boiler room, whereafter it leaves the oven as burned out slag via a slag shovel. 100 tons of waste give 20 tons of slag. In the burning process, there are no other fuels added than the waste. In fact, there is an incredibly amount of energy in waste. 4 tons of waste alone is the equivalent to 1,000 litres of heating oil, so there's a great amount of energy produced at the power heating station in Thisted. On a yearly basis, the station delivers 100,000 megawatt hours heating energy just by burning 52,000 tons of waste. The hot smoke gases which transpire at the burning process is directed through the 4 smokestacks of the kettle, where they are used to heat up the circulating water in the kettle. Thereby the water is turned into steam at around 420 degrees and at a pressure of 50 atmospheres. From the kettle, the steam is channeled to the turbine, which drives a generator. The generator produces 25,000 megawatt hours per year, which equals the electricity consumption of 5,000 households. When the steam has delivered the energy to the electricity production in the turbine, it is channeled to the condenser. Here the steam is warming up the circulating heating water. Thereby the steam gives up so much heat that it turns into water again, and this recovered water is pumped back to the kettle system. In all, the kettle contains 30,000 litres of water, and it only takes 1.5 hours to transform this amount of water into 30 tons of steam. The waste burning is single-handedly delivering 70% of the total heating consumption in Thisted's heating supply area. In addition to the waste burning, there is also energy produced from a straw burning facility and a geothermal facility, which is exploiting the heat from the inner earth. Only on the coldest days is it necessary to supplement with fossil fuels in the form of natural gas. Thisted town is therefore a very green spot on the environmental map, which is almost 100% CO2 neutral. This has been noticed both in Denmark and abroad. The big challenge of burning waste is the cleaning of the smoke gases, so the smoke that comes out of the chimney is clean. Thisted Energy Heating Station has a very efficient smoke gas cleaning system. First of all, the smoke gases are channeled through a bag filter system which consists of 3 sections with 256 bags in every section. A total of 768 large vacuum cleaner bags, each 6 meters long. The bags collect dust particles from the smoke gases in form of flying ash of 2,400 kilograms every day, which otherwise would fall on the heads of the citizens of Thisted. Dioxins and other damaging substances are also extracted in this process by adding 5 kilos of active coal per hour, which breaks down these damaging waste toxins. After the smoke gases has been through the bag filters, the gases are cleaned in a wet scrubbing facility. This facility consists of 3 tanks with a washing system with water pipes and 30 cubic meters of plastic filler bodies, where the water is mixed with the smoke. By letting the smoke gases stream through this cleaning system, the gases are cleaned almost 100% of all acidic connections, for example salt acids, sulfuric acids, heavy metals and dioxins. Hereafter the clean smoke is guided through the white chimney of the power heating station, and by now the temperature has fallen from 1100 degrees to 70 degrees. The chimney has been in use for 17 years, but it is still white. That tells a bit about the efficient smoke cleaning that happens in the station. By using the scrubbing method to clean the smoke, the condensed heat in the smoke gases can be exploited to warming up the heating water from 38 to 48 degrees, which also contributes to the high energy exploitation at the station. The total efficiency of the station is over 95%. The exploitation of the condensed water alone equals to the heating consumption of more than 700 households. It is not enough that the smoke gases are being cleaned efficiently. Also, the water which has been used for the washing out will afterwards be neutralized by adding lime and chemicals in the water cleaning facility at the station before it is directed out to the council sewer system. By this time it is almost as clean as drinking water. To clean the smoke gases, about 1.5 cubic meters of water is being changed every hour. This water is very sour and is therefore channeled to a neutralizing facility. First, the pH level has risen to approximately 1 by adding lime. At the next step, the pH level has risen to approximately 9, also by adding lime and a release agent which separates the heavy metals. The third step of the process, a binding agent is added which combines the separated heavy metals. At the last stage, which occurs in a slat separator, the heavy metal mass is separated from the rest and is directed to a slurry tank. The remains are clear water which can be directed to the public sewer system. The slurry containing the heavy metals is pumped through a filter compactor, and these filtered cakes are being exported to a containment depot in Norway, together with the flying ash. When burning waste, there is produced a leftover amount of slag of around 10,000 tons, the equivalent of 20% from the original quantity of waste. The slag is sorted, amongst other things, to recycle the iron and metal contents. This gives approximately 1,000 tons of scrap iron, which can be reused, plus 80 tons of metals in the form of aluminium, brass, copper and much more. The slag which is left over is used for road filling. So out of 52,000 tons of waste, which has been brought to the power heating station, 97% is used for energy purposes. The waste is in this way a huge asset for both the environment and the heating and electricity consumers in Thisted area.